Happy Thirsty Thursday, or Ladies Night, whichever one you call it. Welcome back to episode 7. It's time to grow the fuck up. Wait, I said welcome back to episode 7. Well, welcome to episode 7. Yeah. Anyway, I'm really parched, so we're going to take our shot right now.
Okay.
You opened mine already? Oh,
Jojo did.
Thank you. I always like to check if there's stuff at the bottom still.
Well, he opened it because the last one exploded.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know.
Cheers!
Cheers.
I've been breaking out really badly. I don't know if you guys can see my breakouts over here.
Same.
I don't know if it's because, we've been taking these shots every week, but I've also made my own shots. Do you remember that? I made my own wellness shots. So that was really tart. Can't breathe.
Yeah, that was really tart too.
I made my own shots, and I take them every day, so I think everything in my skin is just, coming out, which is really good, but I've also been going to the gym, sweating everything out, and now that it's getting warmer in Florida, finally, I'm sweating as well. So, everything toxic in my body is just dying and coming out. So, I look like shit. Anyway.
Okay. Well, today's episode... Why did I say
what is wrong with us?
I don't know. Oh, my God. We are going to be talking about relationship and friendship breakups, how to heal from them, and just how to deal with it when it initially happens.
So, the reason we're doing breakups after, or this week, is because it's the week after Valentine's Day, and
yes.
We felt that it would be good because even though Valentine's Day is a day of love and celebration of relationships and happiness, fuck you guys.
Valentine's Day was actually 3 days ago.
Technically, yes. Valentine's Day was 3 days ago, but when everybody watches this, it's a full week, 6 days later.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
You got a story you want to talk about? You want to talk about a breakup? Because I got stories.
Oh, we know.
They don't know. Maybe some of them do.
Oh, I know.
Bro, my stomach is growling right now. That shot just hit me like a brick.
Let's see. Oh, I hope you can hear that.
My stomach is hating me right now.
Yeah, we could talk about. I could talk about my ex-boyfriend that I had in college when I went back to school.
Okay.
I think you know who this is.
British?
No. That was freshman year.
I don't know anymore.
No, he was
I only got one.
He was French.
Damn, bitch, you like all them out of the country type vibes.
Anyway.
I like them purebred. Okay, go on.
Anyway, so I went back to school. We started dating, whatever. And actually, we started dating right before I left and moved to Georgia for 2 months. Do you remember when I did that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's when we started dating, and he knew that I was gonna be there and whatever. He did some fuck shit.
As they do.
I mean, granted, I may have as well. But
Kayla.
Why? I know.
I can't say anything.
But anyway, so I come back to Florida, and he knew that I was coming back, and it was like, I came back right when spring break was happening.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I think I remember this.
Yeah.
Do I remember this?
I don't know if you were a part of it. But
maybe I remember hearing about it.
But I ended up going to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah. And he told me that he was going to Miami Beach or whatever the fuck with his friends or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. But he knew that I was coming home, and he was actually at Fort Lauderdale Beach the day before. And so I went to Fort Lauderdale And I called him while I was laying on the beach, and he
Mm-hmm.
answered the phone as if he didn't know who the fuck I was. And I was
Mm.
like, oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Gross.
And then I ended up going back to campus with
Okay.
one of my friends or whatever, and we were changing something, and he came back. He, like, you obviously know how campus is set up.
Yeah.
And he like, peeked around the stairs,
Okay.
saw me, and, like, quickly jumped behind the stairs
Bolted.
again.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Childish behavior.
And so I, like, was like, I fucking see you. Like,
Mhm.
hello.
Yeah.
And so then he came walking out, whatever. And he knew that I had really bad sunburn because I was out at the beach for like 6 hours and was just burnt to a crisp.
Mhm.
And I went to go give him a hug. He was like, oh, I don't want to hurt you. And I was like, all of my other friends have given me hugs.
Mhm.
You can give me a hug. And then,
I bet in that moment you definitely were like, "Oh, that's nice. That's sweet."
no.
Oh. My delusional ass probably would have been like, "Oh, that's nice. That's sweet. You're
No.
right."
And then, I don't even know. It was just like, that was it. That was it.
What
It
the
was stupid.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. It was really. He's also younger than me.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, childish behavior.
Yeah. I have my most recent one.
Ooh, do tell.
Oh, Lord. So he was a TikTok guy.
Slay.
And, so
Oh, Lord.
I was live in my friend's live. He saw me, and then he was live, so I ended up joining his boxes, whatever.
Okay.
And then he ended up adding me to a group chat with just him and his friend.
So it was a guy and you?
Yeah?
Okay.
You use your imagination.
My imagination is broken right now. I can't use it. What's going on?
I will tell you the actual, like, full story later.
Oh, slay.
I don't want to, like, blurt it all out on the internet, but yeah, so we started dating, or actually, I didn't even know we were starting to date. He kind of just started telling everybody that, oh yeah, look, this is my girlfriend, and I was like, wait, what?
Bro, literally, that's what men do.
I was like, wait,
nowadays.
what? Hold
They're just
on.
like, oh, this bitch is giving me enough attention. I'm gonna say that she's my girlfriend for the next couple of days and then not fuck with her no more.
No, but we were dating for probably like 2 months, whatever, which is, like, if you want to call it dating, whatever. And I ended up doing so much for this person.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, you were the giver. Aren't you?
Yeah. And so I ended up not even spending like New Year's Eve with my family. I went to my New Year's Eve party at my job.
Okay.
And then I left my job's party, went home, grabbed my bag, and Ubered all the way to Broward County.
Oh my God, that's far.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I remember this.
Yes.
Oh no.
And so I was with him for that and couldn't even really like spend New Year's together because he was working.
Mm-hmm.
And he literally got a call like right as 12 o'clock hit. And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I went with him.
Yeah.
And like his best friend and his best friend's girlfriend was with him too.
Yeah.
So we were all together. But it was just like, what? And we were just sitting there for a good like hour and a half while he was doing what he needed to do for his job or whatever. And then I realized, I started to notice that he was getting really distant from me. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
Like, nothing happened. Like, nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
Anything like that. And so I ended up texting him one morning when I woke up and took my sister to school.
Mm-hmm.
And then he didn't answer me, so I was like, okay. I get to work. Kid you not, I was maybe there for like an hour and a half. Whatever. I get this full novel of a text message
Oh my god.
of him breaking up with me.
Oh my god.
And I was like,
no.
okay.
I can't say anything because, like, okay, guys.
I was like, okay. And then I was just bawling my eyes out. I was bawling my eyes out at work for the rest of the day, pretty much.
Been there, done that.
And yeah, but no shade to him. Honestly, we talked about it, and we were just very unstable mentally. Both of us.
Aren't we all though?
No, yes, but like we were just very. We met through fucking TikTok. To be
so
quite
true.
honest, though,
That's so
like
true.
you gotta like there is some point where you're just like, wait, hold on, take a step back. But like I don't hate him now.
Do you think like after like a good breakup, like what kind of girl are you after like a really, I say good breakup because like I mean like long-term relationship breakup. Like are you the crazy one that's gonna like go pop 3 of his tires or like break his windshield in, stalk him, like type shit like that?
Are you asking if I'm you?
Okay, excuse me.
I'm kidding.
I never popped his tires.
I know you didn't. Probably not. Honestly.
Why it's so fun. Gives like
something
to do.
I know. We definitely just took a drive last night.
Don't gotta air me out like that, Kay. Don't gotta air me out like that. I took a drive on Valentine's Day too after work. I came home and I was like, Hillary, you wanna go be crazy with me? And she goes, what are we doing? And I was like, we're just gonna go take a drive. We're just gonna go drive.
Yeah, mind you, I was half asleep last night in the car.
Yeah, no, I know. But she was like, where are we going? And I was like, nowhere. She goes, are we going to your ex's house? And I was like, I just want to make sure something. I just want to see. I just want to make sure. So we drove past and his car was there. There was another car there, but she was like, that looks like a neighbor car. You're good. And I was like, But
no, I don't think I am, honestly. I think at that point, I'm just gonna deal with
bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
Meh.
And
I'm gonna let yo bygones be my bygones, and we gonna rule this out.
I mean, in the beginning, will I blow your phone up? At first, probably. But at that point,
do that to this
I know
day.
you do. But at that point, like, I'm just it's whatever, and I'm just gonna move on with my life. Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking heartbroken, but whatever.
I feel like, okay, so I've only gone through one breakup, right? And so I'm not, obviously, I believe in the rule of 3. Like, your first person is just like a fun little whatever, right? Your second breakup is going to be the hardest one you go through, and your third person is the one you are with forever, you know? What? I'm confused.
Take your own advice.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out if he was 1 or 2. Because if he was 1, my first love, then why was it so hard? So I'm thinking he was 2. And now I'm scared.
Okay, well, if he's 2, then he's probably not 3.
Damn, that's so true. Anyway,
I'm being straight up with you.
No, as you should. I wouldn't want you to fucking lie to my face. That's
if you think of that and you think in 3s and you think he's 2, he's not going to be 3.
I know.
And it sucks.
But
and
what
it
if
sucks
he's
to
1?
hear that.
But what if he's 1 and then my next one is 2? Ouch. I know that shit's gonna hurt. But then what if he comes back and he's 3? Like we said in the last one, right person, wrong time, or wrong time is forever. I don't know what we said. I forgot. Whatever, guys.
Either way.
I'm the
if
crazy
he is
one.
2, yes, you are. If he is 2, don't bank on him being 3.
No. Girl, I'm trying my hardest over here.
I know.
I was talking to this guy today, right? And we were talking about relationships and everything. And it's just like, I try talking to these people, to these guys, but I'm not even comparing him to them at all anymore. I'm just like, oh, okay, so you wouldn't fit into my life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't want to talk to you. And then it just gets like boring because it's just like a constant circle and cycle of like, oh, let's talk to this guy. No. Okay, let's talk to this guy. No.
No.
So it's like,
No, I get what you're saying.
yeah,
I
it's
understand what you're
constant
saying.
and it's like annoying. And I'm so like, right now I'm like okay being single, but of course there's like you get bored and you're like, oh, I want to talk to someone, you know, and then like
Mm-hmm.
you fall down that rabbit hole, especially me, fall down that rabbit hole of I
I'm just
give.
gonna text my ex.
No, that's not where I was going with that. I was gonna say I talked to one guy for a day and they fall in love.
Oh,
Yeah,
that too.
yeah, bitch. I haven't texted him in like almost
I
a week.
know. I'm not saying now. I'm just saying that is
In
your,
general,
in
it's my
general,
MO.
that's
Yeah,
your go-to.
yeah, it's my MO. No, but my breakup wasn't bad.
You guys definitely didn't end it on bad terms.
No,
Well,
mm. We ended because I felt as though I was spiraling, so I wasn't in a good headspace, right? And I actually broke up with him over text, and I had texted my best friend at the time, and I was like, I just broke up with him, and she was like, oh my god, where are you? I was like, I can't breathe, I need help, like what did I just do? Da, da, da. And obviously I couldn't take it back. I
Yeah.
couldn't take it back. And so she pulls up to the beach, that's where I was at, and she comes into my car. She just grabs me. She's like, it's gonna be okay. I go, I think I just fucked up my whole life. And I call my dad, and I'm like, Dad, I'm not okay right now, da da da. And he goes, and I forget what he said, but it was like, why are you crying if you felt like this was something you needed to do?
he has a point.
He was like, why are you so upset over it if you felt like this was the thing you needed most to do right now in life? And I was like, because it hurts and because I love him. He goes, Adriana, if you loved him, then you wouldn't be doing this. And I was like, I think I love me more. And he was like, and that's how it should be. And I was like, God, fuck. Damn it.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. But yeah, there was nights where I wanted to fucking die. There was nights where I wanted to do a lot of things. I told my best friend at the time, and I was like, I want to break something. I crashed out so many times. I
I know.
my old best friend literally gave me her old lacrosse stick. I smashed that motherfucker over a thick tree one day in front of a bar. Yeah, that shit is bent. It's actually under this bed. It's under this bed. It's bent. And we threw it back into her car or my car, or whoever's car it was, and we went into the bar. But there were so many valid reasons for my crash out. Like when we broke up, like he wasn't about it, obviously. Like he was looking at a ring and everything, you know? Like he got fucking blindsided by this shit. And so after we broke up, I did him dirty. I did my relationship dirty with him, even if it had just ended. I did myself dirty, and mentally I was not there, and I went and I was with someone else. And afterwards I didn't feel good about it. It felt really shitty. And he didn't know for a little while. And so like he was like, okay, we're just on a break and we're going to try to mend things. So he was still around. And then one night we were laying in the living room and he had said something. I don't know how the topic came up, but he was like, have you been with anyone, like jokingly? And I was like, yeah, I have. And I told him, and I didn't lie, because I don't lie to him. That's the one thing I will not do, is lie to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him straight up, and he's like, are you joking? And I was like, no, I'm not. And I'm not going to lie to you. He got up and he left. And I was like, oh my God. Part 2 of me fucking up my life. It was really bad. So he left. He came back, he picked me up in his car, and we were talking, and I was bawling my eyes out, and I was like, the most cliche thing to say is, it didn't mean anything. you know? And I'm obviously gonna say that because it really didn't mean anything. And I'm like, coming from me, that should mean something. And I was like, I love you, but I don't know, like, my headspace is not in it, da 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 da. And he's like, what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? And I'm like, I'm not telling you his name. I've never seen this man that angry before. Never in my life have I seen this man angry like that before. And I didn't know what he was gonna do. And I finally told him his name. I don't think anything came out of it, thank God. But yeah, like I said, I think I said this in the last episode. I wish I could go through life with no regrets, but I definitely have some regrets in life, and it's sad to say that. But I've come to terms
I
with I
feel like
can't
a
change
lot
the
of people
past.
do though.
Well, yeah, but I've come to terms with I can't change the past, and I have to keep moving forward, and that's
Mhm.
what I'm trying to do. But even like all last year, like, was a just shit pile of mess and tears and anger and some happiness, and somewhere in that I found myself, and I'm slowly getting back to the person who I was 4.5 years ago, almost 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
And but the sad part is like I was spiraling so badly to the point that I couldn't see that he was trying to help me. I couldn't even help myself.
But
That's what's sad.
yeah, that is sad, but sometimes you have to figure out things the hard way. Sometimes, that the hard shit has to happen. And that was that's prime example. That needed to happen for you to realize
Mhm.
that, oh shit, he was trying to help me.
Mhm.
And there was no reason for me to spiral as bad as I did.
Mhm.
And everything like that. I everything happens for a reason, in my
Well, yeah,
opinion.
I say that too, but I also think like stepping out of the relationship, I think I was spiraling because he wasn't in school because he was injured and he didn't really have much responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
and he never really realized that. And like, I have the house, I was an athlete, I still had to go to practice and games and everything, and it was my senior year, and I was the first generation of my family to finish college, so like all that stuff really took a toll on me. And so like everything started piling up, and I became really envious of him because he was able to just
Just sit
sit
sit around
around.
and do nothing.
But
Yeah.
then I would come home and like dishes weren't done or something wasn't done, and I was like, wait a minute. And then I would feel shitty because then the house was dirty, and I was like, but that's not how I want to live. So I guess like looking back, it's like we were in a type of marriage almost, like we were in a sense married, and it's almost like he was the one that didn't have a job, and I had the job, and I came home from my 9 to 5, and the house was dirty and the kids were everywhere, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
And he
my
just didn't
mom,
take care of everything.
yeah, and my mom made a point to that, and she was like, is that how you want to live a married life? She was like, I love the kid. Like, I think that's what's like kept me and my family like so close to him, and like his family close to me and everything, because we were such a good couple, like we loved each other really well, and when it was good, it was great. And then when it was bad, it was really bad. Like, one big thing happened a year after we were together, and then it snowballed in my head. Like, every little thing just fucked me up to fucking wit's end.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I was spiraling. And like, I would tell him, your actions mean more than your words. And so he would kind of pick up on that and start changing his actions, but I couldn't change it in my head.
Yeah.
I had lost trust for him.
Yeah.
And that's why I broke up with him. And after we broke up, I fucking crashed the fuck out. I crashed out. He told me, I actually was informed by one of my friends one night. I was like, I don't want to go out, but I'm going to go and see my friends. I'm in sweats, right? And I pull up to the bar, and I'm sitting at the bar with my girlfriend and this other girl. And she's like, oh yeah, so and so, your ex and her fucked. And I was like, my whole body went numb. I became like pale. I was like, you're joking with me right now. And my friend Emma goes, you didn't know that? And I was like, no, not a clue. And I go, if that's the girl that I'm thinking it is, she tried to be my friend at your house, Emma. And she goes, oh my God, it's that girl. And I was like, oh, lovely. I got in my car. I swear to God, I floored it to this man's house. And I texted him. I was like, hey, are you up? And he's like, yeah, I'm up. What's up? And I was like, I'm coming over. And he was like, okay. He's like, I'm really tired. Like, I'm probably going to go to bed soon. And I was like, just stay up until I get there, please. I floored it 30 minutes away. And so I get up to his apartment and I walk into his room and he's like, hey, Bubs, what's up? And we were still broken up, right? And I was like, why didn't you tell me that you fucked so and so? He goes blank. His whole face dead. And I went fucking ballistic. I'm like, how couldn't you tell me? I was like, I had the decency of telling you. Da 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 da. I go, technically you didn't have to tell me, but hearing it from someone else fucking hurts. I went in his closet where I know all of like our photos were. I started ripping fucking photos and throwing them at him. I threw like a bunch of like little keepsake memories at him while he's laying in bed. I was like, fuck you, fuck this shit, da 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 da. Oh my God, it was crazy. I fucking left. I sat on the stairs of his apartment complex for like 30 minutes, bawling my eyes out. I was pissed. I came home and I think I laid on my floor for like 3 hours. Just laying there crying. And I was like, damn, I really fucked myself on this one. But it was really bad because like I kept going back. And after I went, one time after I went back, after that whole thing, he had like put the pictures back together or whatever. And I was like, damn. I was like, that's an RIP if I've ever seen one. But it's like, it's so confusing with him because it's like, he does these things and I tell him, I'm like, I'm so straight up with him. I'm like, you're acting childish. Like, this shit that you're doing right now is childish. You're going back to your old ways before you met me. And he's like, you broke me. And I'm like, you broke me, bitch. The fuck? We're both broken. Like, what do you want from me, you know? It was the worst fucking feelings I've ever felt. And I don't want to say I've, like, put my guard up, but I definitely feel as though, like, I'm more into protecting my peace now than I've ever been before.
And, you know, you both are broken. You both did things to hurt each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, after listening to everything that you just said, the fact that you haven't talked to him in, what, a week?
Yeah. God knows that'll change.
But you need to keep it like that.
No, I know. There's been so many times where I've thought about texting him recently, but I'm just like, no.
Well, good. I'm glad
because
that
I think I want him to text me first.
But why?
I don't know, because I know that nothing changes from it. I know that nothing good comes out of it anyway.
That's so stupid. You sound delusional. And I love you.
But I know I am delusional.
And I love you, but you need to get out of that circle. You're telling me to get out of the circle that I'm in with life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, you need to get out of this circle that you are putting yourself. You say you know, but how many times have we talked about this? How many times have we talked about this?
I know!
Okay. So why can't you just listen to me? Why can't you fucking listen to JoJo?
Gosh, she's yelling at me.
I know, but it's real shit, though.
I know, but it's you. Okay.
Because you know I'm right.
No, I know you're right.
Okay.
And I know everybody who says that is right, but it's easier said than done. It really is.
I know that.
Like, nobody
understand
else
that.
spent 3 years with him on a daily basis feeling the things that I felt with him.
I understand.
And, like, even now, the things he says to me and the things I say to him and, like, how he still acts around me, the way his mother even said the other day, like it's still you. Like, he still loves you. He's just living his life right now, and he doesn't want to be tied down. I'm like, coming from his mother, how can I not believe that shit?
I understand.
That's why it's hard. And, like, no, it's not like I'm hanging on to just him.
I know that. Trust me, I know that. But I'm just saying, like, I get it. that his mom said that. And that's very hard not to believe from his mom. Because I know how close you were with his parents, too. And everything like that. But the point of the matter is, he's doing his own thing right now.
Yeah, and so am I.
I know you are.
But
doing your own
I'm
thing.
doing it in a totally different way than he is. That's all I have to say. Because I'm not like that. We all know I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I never was before. And those 2 fuck-ups that I had, that was not me.
Well, yeah.
We all know that, too.
Well, yeah. I know. But I'm just saying, I think you just need to let it go.
I'll let it go when I don't live in the house that we lived in together for 3 years.
That makes sense.
And slept in the bed that we slept in together for 3 years.
Well, I guess we're looking for apartments then.
I've been. Hopefully this tax return is decent.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's definitely going to be hard because you're walking around in the space that you guys shared for 3 years. But once you get out of that, that chapter's closed. And that's it.
I always think, like, whenever I go out, I always wonder, I'm going to be like, I wonder if I'm going to run into him. I always think that. I always wonder if, like, further down the road, like 2-3 years down the road, I wonder if I'll run into him and, like, what if that spark's still there, you know? Like, sparks something up and it's still there. I always wonder that.
But you never know.
Well,
You never know what's going to happen until, that day comes. But, I mean, you could for sure come after me for a lot of shit that you've witnessed.
I don't know. I think you have enough shit going on. I don't want to come after you. I just know that, like, because I tell my friends everything, like, you guys have seen a lot of me, and I don't really let a lot of people in.
Yeah.
Only a certain few. Like, one night I got home from work, and I forget what it was, but I was bawling my eyes out. Bawling my eyes out. And I texted my old best friend before she moved away. I was like, where are you at? Like, I really need you. And so she called me and she was like, where are you? And I was like, I'm at home. And she's like, I'm still at so-and-so. And she could hear me, like, crying in my voice. And she's like, I'm on my way. She got here within, like, maybe, like, 10 minutes. And storms into my door. And I'm laying up against my bathroom door like this in a freaking ball. And she just grabs me and she's like, it's gonna be okay. And I was like, I really fucked up my life. Like, why did I do
all
this?
have those moments too.
I know. But the amount of times that she has picked me up off the floor is insane. Like, my mother has dragged me out of the shower. Like, she's like, we're not doing this tonight, Adriana. I can't. She's like, my heart hurts for you. I can't see you like this. And I was like, that's so sad. But I was also severely drunk.
Well, alcohol doesn't help with that.
Yeah, but she also... that night that my mom dragged me out of the shower, it was literally because it was our graduation. And he had came to my table at the club or whatever. Everybody was there or whatever. And then he left. And that's all I know of him anymore, is him leaving. And I hate being alone. I hate when people leave. And I'm not saying, like, I always need somebody with me 24/7, but knowing that somebody's there to reach out to, especially someone that I love and care for so much.
Yeah.
And then they just leave.
They just get up and go, yeah.
Like, that's what fucking hurts me. So I was crying. I came home and I was, like, crying my eyes out.
But you have every right to feel that way.
Yeah, I know. I told my mom, I was like, he left. She was like, but he showed up anyway. She was like, he showed up in the first place. I go, but he left. And she's like, he showed up. And I was like, he still left.
Yeah, that's how your brain is, though.
It's like a 50-50. It's like...
But that's honestly how your brain is. Like, we could be sitting on the couch and we'd talk about something. You're like, but he's gone. Like,
but he
was there. Yeah, but he left.
No, he left. Shit. Fuck. No, but The funny thing is, though, with mine and his relationship right now, is I have eyes everywhere.
Yeah.
I have eyes everywhere to the point where it's like I know what he's doing all the time, and that's not even like it's coincidental that I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like my friends will randomly be somewhere. It's because I make so many friends that they're just there wherever he is and they tell me. As much as I want to know, I don't want to know, you know? It's like, I really don't need to know that. But their whole thing is like
Well, if I didn't tell you, you would be pissed off.
that, but also it's like you need to know what he's doing and he's still hurting you. And I tell myself that all the time. Mm-hmm. Trust me, but there's something. It's not in my brain. It's in my heart. And I like to listen to my heart more than I listen to my brain. You know how men think with their head? Mm-hmm. And not with their head.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you mean.
That's me, but with my brain. I mean, me with my heart.
Oh my god.
Obviously not my brain.
Jeez.
But yeah, so I don't know where me and him stand right now, but I feel like 2024 was such a wild roller coaster. I felt like every day was a breakup for me, unfortunately. It was like I didn't text him, and then he would pop up on my phone. And then I would text him. I told him multiple times, I'm like, I'm going to spam text you. I don't give a fuck if you respond or not. I'm like, either way, I know at some point you're going to respond. And he does. So I do that when I get bored sometimes. Whoopsies.
Anyway, to change up the relationship topic, let's go to friendship breakups. Ooh. Do you have any?
We had a friendship breakup.
We did.
But that didn't really last long. It lasted like a year.
I don't even think it lasted that long.
Maybe like 7 or 8 months.
Yeah, I don't think it was a year.
I've had a lot of friendship breakups. But like that's because they didn't. Okay, my motto in life is if you don't bring me money, joy / happiness, and or an orgasm, what the fuck are you doing in my life? So I feel like I've had a lot of friendship breakups because I just don't see them fitting into one of those.
Yeah.
So my stomach, I heard it again.
Do you have any story that you want to share?
I
mean, I don't really care. You can share ours.
No, I feel like we spoke about it before. There's this one.
No, we didn't.
We didn't?
Uh-uh.
I thought we did. But I guess I was wrong. Well, there is one. Last summer.
Last summer?
Mm-hmm. With what's her name? We were really close. She was like talking to my brother.
Oh.
And then it got weird. Okay, I have this a lot actually. I have this attraction, or people are attracted to me in a way of they want to be me. And I'm not trying to say that to blow my own head up. I've seen it multiple times. I've seen it happen multiple times. And so like they'll start wearing the same clothes as me. Like she went as far as going on Poshmark, which is like a consignment.
Yeah,
app.
people put stuff on there that's theirs and they sell it and other people can buy it.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
So she went on there and bought the same exact shorts, like found them and bought them that I had.
Do you have a problem with that?
With women.
Wanting to be you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if it's like
They just need to be their own fucking person.
they need to find their own personality. No, but I had text. I literally broke up. What is with me and breaking up with people over text? I broke up with her over text.
That way because you don't have to do it face to face.
Yeah.
And
I hate confrontation face to face. Because I'll just start crying and I'll be like, and then my words won't come out correctly.
Yep.
No, but I broke up with her over text because like it was getting weird to the point where like we were at work one time and she like humped me from the back.
Whoa!
Yeah, she like
Oh, I know who you're talking about now.
She humped me from the back and I turned to her and I was already feeling like a weird vibe from her. And I turned to her and I was like, hey, I don't like that, please don't do that, especially at work. And that's exactly verbatim what I said, because 2024 I learned, like, I'm going to start setting boundaries even in friendships, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I said that to her, and she got all weird and, like, pissed at me. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Whoops. So then, like, the next day, she's, like, texting me and spam texting me and calling me, and I'm not picking up because I'm like, I don't know what to say to her, and I don't want to deal with her.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sent her a long text, and I was like, hey, I didn't like when you did this, this, and this. I feel as though we should not be friends anymore. Da-da-da-da-da. And that's it. I've seen her a couple times out. She has a boyfriend now. So, good for her. Me, on the other hand, I'm still here.
Same.
Just chilling. No, but, yeah, can't really think of any friendship breakups recently.
I don't think I've had any friendship breakups recently, but I know that I had some, obviously, like, going into freshman year of college.
Mm-hmm.
I had a best friend who I had from 8th grade all the way till I graduated. Now, granted, in between that time, we had not been friends because of some stupid shit, and then we became friends again, whatever. And she ended up, actually, that's so funny. I'll tell you later, but she ended up, like, joining my friend group of people and whatever, and she just didn't really like the people that was in the friend group, so she would just sit in the corner. And,
oh, God.
yeah. And then, I had my grad party, but it was also, like, my grad party and my birthday party because I was leaving and I wasn't going to be home.
Yeah.
And, now, where the fuck was it? Oh, and so, finally, when I got here to Florida, was in school, whatever, she, like, came at me about, like, not calling her, not texting her. And, like, because when I first moved into campus, everything like that, I was calling them all the time. Like, that whole friend group, I was calling them, texting them, everything like that because I was so homesick. But I was also new because I've never been here before around all these new people, whatever. And I just wanted to feel some sense of home. And then, I found my friend group, found you, and...
Hey, guys.
And then I just started slowly...
distancing yourself from
not
them.
distancing, but backing off from texting them all the time. Backing off from calling them all the time. And she did not like that. At all. Did not like that at all. And she just went off on me. And I was like, okay, well, you're stuck on some high school bullshit. So, peace out, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really... I think because I've created such a small, like, group of friends that I don't really add anyone more into our friend group. And so I don't really need to deal with friend breakups or shit like that.
I mean, I don't really deal with friend breakups now. Because again, like you said, my circle is so small, honestly. And I can go a long period of time without texting them. But then when I do go and text them, it's like I was just texting them yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's how it is with, like, some of, like, my best friends from home that I've known since I was a kid.
Same.
Like, I can't tell you the last time I talked to my one best friend that I went to school with when I was, like, 18 months old.
My literal best friend, like, first friend when I was a child, he was the first one to text me Happy Valentine's Day the other day.
Really?
Yes. And I recently was texting him about something or whatever. I forget what I was texting him about. But he was like, when you come home, you never hang out with us anymore. And I'm like, I text you guys before I get on the plane. like, I
And you
let you
guys don't
guys,
answer
yeah,
me.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you guys always say you're working, so I try. I show up at your guys' work, you know, I do all the whole nine. I'm like, Mom, I gotta go see Connor and Liz, you know, like, I gotta go see them.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, go take one of the cars, whatever, cool. And Connor usually makes it a point to pick me up, and like we'll go driving around, we'll listen to music and just talk or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. And I can say this, and I know he's not watching this, but he can watch it. He's madly in love with me, and I love him for that. He was my number one supporter always,
Mm.
and he was there when that whole thing happened
Mm.
in 21, and he was the one that like grabbed me before I broke down. But he's always been there for me, whether it's like 1,000 miles away or right next to me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they've always been there for me. My girlfriend, Liz, she's opening up her own fucking restaurant in our hometown. Like, I'm so excited. I'm gonna go home, fly home for her grand opening. Like, I'm excited. So, when I say my circle is small, physically, I have like maybe 4 people here that I would like actually hang out with, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And then like mentally, I have a bunch of friends.
Yeah, same.
But like
But I don't consider them to be
your bestest friends?
like that.
No, there's like some where like I'll go home and it's like no time has passed in between. That's something I can call
Yeah.
a best friend. You know?
Yeah.
Like
I have a few that are like that from home.
yeah, I feel like if you
If
could
you
set
don't have that, you're
yeah. But I also feel like if you could set boundaries in your friendships, your relationships, then you're not gonna have a breakup. You're not gonna have
Oh, yeah.
a friend breakup or anything like that. You're gonna be
Mhm.
perfectly fine.
Well, like my 2 best friends are twins, Ange and Nicole. Nicole fucking lives in California right now, doing her own thing. Ange is in fucking Hawaii doing her own thing. And everything
Like, we
like
all
that.
have our
and
own
We all
lives.
have our own lives, but like I could sit here and I could call one of them right now. I mean, they might not answer, but like they'll
Time
end up
zones.
calling me and be like, "Oh my god." And then we'll sit there and be on the phone for a good hour just catching up.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, my mom would be on the phone for hours
Yeah.
in like our like other off to the side front room, right? She'd be sitting there in the dark or whatever. She'd be on the phone. We come into the room. She's like, "I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. Leave me alone." And I'm like, "But I'm hungry. I'm only 12. What do I eat?"
But yeah, no, you definitely.
I feel like my mom now when I do that. Sit there on the phone. I'm always on the phone. Like,
Yeah,
it's weird how we turn into our parents. But like better versions of them to a degree.
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is that I definitely have that group of people that I can say 100% that they are my best friends, and I don't have to talk to them for months on end and go ahead and text them and feel like no time has gone by.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like, okay, we've talked about a lot of breakups, but like how handling breakups, friend or relationship, I think like breaking up in a friendship way is obviously 100% easier than breaking up in a relationship way.
100%.
But the way you handle yourself equals out to the way you handle a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to text your friend that you don't want to be friends with and like let them know like this isn't working out,
The reasons why.
yeah, and they still like there's drama afterwards, that's a good reason as to why you wanted to step away,
Yeah.
you know. And then if you break up with someone like your significant other or whatever and you go batshit crazy like I did, maybe you were the problem. Maybe you were the problem, and maybe you needed to step away to realize a lot more on your own.
To find yourself.
Yeah,
That's
like,
really what it is.
you have to just, handling a breakup, you need to find outlets to make yourself feel better. Like, you need to, like, I don't know, be okay with yourself, be able to look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I'm okay. You know, like, sometimes it's okay to cry, sometimes it's okay to scream, like, there's rage rooms for a reason.
You need that.
Mm-hmm.
That is a humanly function. It is okay to not be okay sometimes.
Yeah, literally. I think that's, like, your tagline in this podcast.
I'm serious though. It's okay to not be okay. If you need to cry, you need to cry. I do it. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Maybe next episode we'll go into how to handle breakups better, but maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think it all just depends on
The type of person.
The type of person.
The type of breakup.
The type of breakup and what the scenario is.
Yeah.
Then you can go from there.
Either you finna crash out or you finna cry your whole eyes out.
Yeah.
One of the two. I say crash out and cry. Because as traumatizing as it was, it is what it is. I'm still here. He's still here. We're still alive. And we're still living. So,
Yeah.
I say crash out. Do it for the plot. That was my whole agenda last year, was doing it for the plot.
Maybe I'll have to do a crash out after one of my breakups.
It was fun.
In the future.
It was fun. I have a lot of ideas I'll give to you.
Okay, cool. Love that.
Anyway, yeah, either crash out or cry your eyes out.
Yeah.
Do whatever you need. Get through whatever breakup you're going through, whether it's a friend breakup or a relationship breakup. Or if you're not going through a breakup and you're happily in a relationship, fuck you.
Right?
We're really happy.
Give us some tips.
Yeah. No, my tip would be letting my wall down. But yeah. Anyway, bye guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, hit the notification.
Comment, follow the Instagram, and just look out for pictures and stuff.
Oh yeah, sneak peek reels on our Instagram.
Oh, and TikTok.
Yeah. Sorry about last week. We didn't post any reels. My mic was glitching and the video is up but no reels. So that's on us.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to post those.
It's also been a very hectic couple of
severely
days.
hectic week. But anyway, bye guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Peace.